looking good. Sure ain't looking like the same energy. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, whatever it is, right? Wow, 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 wow. What do we have here? Okay. Um, hmm. I don't really know what we have here. Okay. I don't really know what we really have here, right? Hit the like button. Hit the like button. We're going to be here for a little minute. Let me go ahead and get all my stuff ready. This is a bizarre chain of events going on. I guess a mass grave of more than 100 dogs found at animal sanctuary. Okay, so they use these things, and I don't know if they're non-profit. Do they get donations from people? Um, you know, um, I've seen a great deal of concealing identities and stuff. It makes me wonder. Um, because people get treated unfairly when it comes to these dogs, especially in the APBT community, right? When they think you're doing something wrong or I hate to say, but the racial aspect often has a lot to do with it. I don't know. Some people don't want to admit some of these things, but I won't bet $1,000, but I'll bet $100 that these guys weren't black. Okay, because they wouldn't have hesitated to put their identity out there and their picture, their house, you know, I mean, we see it all the time, all the time. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. We're not going to run away from this topic. Let me see if my people are in the building. Bolio Jocko, I see you. Sean Berry, I see you, brother. Hey, hit the like button. Let's get everybody in the building. We're going to be discussing something. Um, you know, um, let's hit that monetization on there too. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. Uh, make sure that I'm monetized. The hazel eyed devil, what up? Look, man, look on the screen. You see it. I'm not trying to hide it. Periodically during this live stream, I'm going to be asking a question, and that is, where are the ladies with the purple shirts? Where are all those ladies? Where are you guys at? I should have, we should have kept some kind of contact. Because now we see this and we don't see none of you. Right? We don't see none of you. It was a no-kill rescue. And hey, if people go to jail, people go to jail. Nobody cared if I went to jail. Nobody cared. I had my daughter's graduation. I had to go to jail. There was no abused dogs. right? So we just want to know what's up with these ladies, though. We just want to know what's up with these ladies. What's up with this energy, right? I think the energy is not where it is. It's not, So let's look into it.
For a third straight day, excavators searched the Humboldt County property of a self-proclaimed no-kill rescue.
You cannot put into really words of what exactly it smells like. The closest
Office, FBI, and several state agencies are involved in Thursday's excavation. Authorities say dozens of dogs have already been dug up, many with microchips. It follows our reporting on a search warrant affidavit alleging the rescue accepted dogs and money from shelters across California under the promise they would be cared for and rehomed. Instead, investigators believe dogs were killed to make room for more. Berkeley and Oakland were among the Bay Area shelters that sent hundreds of dogs there before cutting ties. The investigation began after a neighbor uncovered a burial pit containing 8 dogs with apparent gunshot wounds.
I hope that it will be the beginning of a change where the animals will be removed from him and placed into legitimate rescues where they actually find loving homes.
We are still not naming the rescue. More than 2 months later, no charges have been filed against the owner or any employees.
I wouldn't take the fact that it's been a little while and charges haven't been filed as any indication that they won't be filed.
Experts say prosecutors would have to prove exactly what happened.
Animal cruelty cases can be especially difficult to charge and prosecute because there are unique evidentiary challenges that come with animal cruelty cases, most notably the fact that the animals themselves can't testify.
And even the most shocking allegation in this case may not by itself prove animal cruelty.
To euthanize an animal in California by a bullet. So that alone is not animal cruelty.
Investigators say hundreds of dogs sent to the rescue are still unaccounted for.
God forbid hundreds of dogs are found buried. The owner is found responsible for that. He still might not face any animal cruelty charges.
What is going on today? Huh? It didn't sound like the same energy. You just hope the dogs can get away from them, and all of this, nobody has any type of energy, nobody. Yeah, this ain't what they was talking about last time. I see. This isn't that same energy. It isn't. Okay? I ain't advocating for nobody to go to jail, bro. I never do. Bro. But when this type of energy rolls over on my community, that's when the problem occurs right there. This is not the same energy, bro. We got good brothers that go down for these dogs every single day in the APBT community, and they could have hundreds of officers putting purple gloves on, right? Carrying dogs out on gurneys. They're carrying dog remains out on gurneys. That's a problem. That's a problem, because they'll come to your house, take all your dogs. They'll take all your dogs and swear that you're just an animal. You're just so bad and He should get 100 years. He should, if I go read all the comments from those tree huggers, if I go read all those comments from those tree huggers, I'm not going to say anything has to be stopped. The police, they do their job. They do their due diligence. I'm just saying, give us the same type of energy. Did Michael Vick get this kind of energy? They don't even want to say any employee, nothing.
Third straight day, excavators searched the Humboldt County property of a self-proclaimed no-kill rescue.
You cannot put into really words of what exactly it smells like. The closest thing I can think is a pile of dead deer.
The Humboldt County Sheriff's Office, FBI, and several state agencies are involved in Thursday's excavation. Authorities say dozens of dogs have already been dug up, many with microchips. It follows our reporting on a search warrant affidavit alleging the rescue accepted dogs and money from shelters across California under the promise they would be cared for and rehomed. Instead, investigators believe dogs were killed to make room for more. Berkeley and Oakland were among the Bay Area shelters that sent hundreds of dogs there before cutting ties. The investigation began after a neighbor uncovered a burial pit containing 8 dogs with apparent gunshot wounds.
Oh, wow.
I hope that it will be the beginning of a change where the animals will be removed from him and placed into legitimate rescue.
You mean you don't want him locked up for the rest of his life like you said me? What the fuck did I do? I didn't do this shit. I didn't have animals coming out on gurneys. Right? You tried to give me 59 felonies. You had my face on the news before I was even charged with a single crime. That's a violation of my constitutional rights and a fair trial. Right? Then you gave me excessive bail. Right? This is all the play that they do. You guys got to understand this justice system, man, and have you some money. First thing they tell a little young dog man, they always ask this question. We say, hey, man, is there something that you'll give the young guys? You know what I'm saying? Guess what I'll give them? Hit the like button. Guess what I'll give them? I say, have you some bail money and have you some lawyer money and binge watch Buck City Kennels because he talks about this for years. Okay? I think I went away in May of 2023. Okay? I got out in November of 2023, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, I believe that was the timeline, right? And when I came back, I was so anxious to give you guys the game so you guys could know the type of shit that's popping off right now. I said it. I said it was gonna happen with these dogs. Right? We're getting profiled. They're making laws right up under our noses. We're not attending none of the meetings. We're not being involved. We're not being involved with our animal control. We're not doing anything to bridge the gap between law enforcement and the way they look at our breed. But instead, we use trillion-dollar platforms to put out negativity with these dogs, showing them in a light that's not positive, right? I've been going through this for a long time, right? And when you're on the inside, you can see all of the loopholes that the criminal justice. This isn't just my case. Over my incarceration, I was able to bump shoulders with a lot of people and read over a lot of people's cases that had nothing to do with dogs. So when they pick and choose to want to hide things, I think that's disingenuous, right? You're not keeping it fair across the board, right? You know, 21 canine skull and hundreds of additional bones, right? Bullet fragments in many of the dogs. 600 collars were recovered on the property, right? Maybe they made collars, I don't know. We want to know where the ladies are with the red shirts. We don't give a fuck. Where are they? Get your ass here, lady. You had that energy when it was me, bitch. You motherfuckers chasing me through the fucking courtroom and shit, bitch. Bitch chased me out the courtroom talking about what the fuck she gonna do, even though she ain't gonna do shit. Acting all out of character like this was some modern day lynching. You got me fucked up if you thought that this shit was over. Okay? I know who each and every one of you ladies is, and at any given time, it's in my free will to express how I feel about you, as a person. And, maybe we'll just do a live stream and go through some of your pictures and shit, so we could just sit and just laugh, smoke a blunt and laugh, right? That's what it is. It's jokes on me, right? Jokes on me, jokes on us, APBT. You put your dog on the chain, you're a fucking criminal. You're a killer. Okay? You're a damn killer. Okay? I don't understand it. I don't think so. I got love for my brothers. I don't think they're criminals because they want to do whatever they do with their dogs, and people treat dogs better than humans. These motherfuckers treat dogs better than humans. No, I don't think it's okay. I don't. I think it's sick. That's why we created the APBT magazine, so we could get our point across. So we can educate people on the sophistication and the genius that we are to even deal with these dogs and the guts that we got. We're the front line, right? This is America's front line. The guys that own these dogs, right? So get that APBT magazine, stay in the loop. We always gonna have something popping when it comes to this. But right now, we just want to know one thing, ladies. Where is that damn energy? Where is it? I don't see it. I don't see it.
Third straight day, excavators searched the Humboldt County property of a self-proclaimed no-kill rescue.
You cannot put into really words of what exactly it smells like. The closest thing I can think is a pile of dead deer.
The Humboldt County Sheriff's Office, FBI, and several state agencies are involved in Thursday's excavation. Authorities say dozens of dogs have already been dug up, many with microchips. It follows our reporting on a search warrant affidavit alleging the rescue accepted dogs and money from shelters across California under the promise they would be cared for and rehomed. Instead, investigators believe dogs were killed to make room for more. Berkeley and Oakland were among the Bay Area shelters that sent hundreds of dogs there before cutting ties. The investigation began after a neighbor uncovered a burial pit containing 8 dogs with apparent gunshot wounds.
I hope that it will be the beginning of a change where the animals will be removed from him and placed into legitimate rescues where they actually find loving homes.
We are still not naming the rescue. More than 2 months later, no charges have been filed against the owner or any employees.
I wouldn't take the fact that it's been a little while and charges haven't been filed as any indication that they won't be filed.
Experts say prosecutors would have to prove exactly what happened.
Animal cruelty cases can be especially difficult to charge and prosecute because there are unique evidentiary challenges that come with animal cruelty cases, most notably the fact that the animals themselves can't testify.
And even the most shocking allegation in this case may not by itself prove animal cruelty.
To euthanize an animal in California by a bullet. So that alone is not animal cruelty.
Investigators say hundreds of dogs sent to the rescue are still unaccounted for.
God forbid hundreds of dogs are found buried. The owner is found responsible for that. He still might not face any animal cruelty charges.
A third straight day.
Hey, bruh, I want those guys on my jury. I want these guys on my jury, okay? Because they don't give a damn about these goddamn dogs. The lady just hopes that they go to some other place, you know. You know. But you get caught with a few dogs. You know, you're part of an investigation. They put us under investigation every single day for owning the APBT. Now, if you guys don't think that this is a all-around problem, right? I think people's eyes should be open by now. What do you guys think? Let's take a vote, right? All of this crying I've been up here doing for all of these months, all of these years. Right? That can't be accurate. This can't be what we're talking about. Terrence Gooch, what up, brother? Melee, what up? MK Knitfit, what up? Dickie Foster, salute my brothers in the building. Smash that like button. Vernon Starr, Janae Johnson. I see y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for pulling up on your boy. You know how we do. We always keep it lit. I just want to know one thing. Right now, just one damn thing. Where are these ladies at? Where are they? You're not popping up crying in the goddamn courtroom and shit. I should have back. You gotta be kidding me. I want to know where the dirty ass lady that chased me out of the courtroom and said, "Come on, you want to fight dogs? Come on, you want to fight dogs?" I want to know where the fuck she's at right now. Well, you can't take off work today? You know? You're crying to the judge and stuff, writing all these 667,000 signatures or I don't know how many signatures it was, bro. 67,000 signatures to prosecute Buck City to the fullest extent of the law. No dead dogs, okay? Just a bunch of bullshit. Showed you the drone footage from the snitch. I showed you. you know? If we were in person, I'll show the rest. But it got some vital shit, you just don't want on the internet, But you see the yard, you see what's going on, you see what type of motherfucker I am. Right, my everything speaks for itself. I even had a video. I was giving somebody a tour of the yard days before they came and raided my house for these dogs, frontlining it and shit. They took they took enough heat that motherfuckers will never see, and that's on Jesus. You feel me? Some of you will never see the magnitude of what the fuck they took. I'm the reaper. So now we're just on a whole nother kick right now. We don't really have time to deal with the dogs at this moment. Now is the fight. Now is to get back in the courtroom. Now is to change some of these bullshit ass laws. Now is to talk to these ladies in the purple shirt with that fishy ass pussy. Bitch. Coming to my court date, bitch. Blowing up the spot, bitch. Where's your husband? Where's your husband at? Right? You don't got shit better to do. Grave full of dogs. They would have gave me 1,000 years. They would have gave me 4,000 years. They would have gave me 4,000 years. And you know it. You guys know it. Because you seen how they could just turn a bag. Just a motherfucker in the pandemic getting a bag. Able to do for himself and his family. Like a real man. You feel me? It just so happened that when I was a teenager, I picked the right bloodline. And I stuck with it. I showed you documents 20s of years ago. I showed you shit that some of these clowns in their 60s think they got and don't. That bloodline, throughout a certain historical circumstances, became a very famous line. It's like buying a Bitcoin one day and forgetting about it, just putting in work. Or that XRP skyrocketing to 5,000. Where's that same energy? That's what they want to ask. That's what they want to know.
Third straight day, excavators searched the Humboldt County property of a self-proclaimed no-kill rescue.
You cannot put into really words of what exactly it smells like. The closest thing I can think is a pile of dead deer.
The Humboldt County Sheriff's Office, FBI, and several state agencies are involved in Thursday's excavation. Authorities say dozens of dogs have already been dug up, many with microchips. It follows our reporting on a search warrant affidavit alleging the rescue accepted dogs and money from shelters across California under the promise they would be cared for and rehomed. Instead, investigators believe dogs were killed to make room for more. Berkeley and Oakland were among the Bay Area shelters that sent hundreds of dogs there before cutting ties. The investigation began after a neighbor uncovered a burial pit containing 8 dogs with apparent...
Let's be real, them dogs was mutts, bruh. And this is why I don't agree with animal shelters. It's an incentive for people to do trash breedings. If they knew that nobody would accept these, but only people would own dogs from reputable breeders. Because I'm going to be honest with you. If you get one of these off of Hannibal and Mafia, right, there's 62.5% Michael Myers, and 2 years later, you couldn't keep them or something, you could call me back and give that dog back. I'll have somebody come pick it up and take it off your hands. Because we cherish the bloodline. We love the bloodline, right? The Hazel Eye Devil 3609 with the $20 holla. He said, APBT Magazine rocks the world. Appreciate you, my brother, for the donation. You are now the sponsor of the show. Get it.
I be thankful for the shit I got. Did some time for them dogs, but not them dudes I shot. All that money in the pot, you say it's not a lot. All that cap on them shows, man, it gotta stop. To them rest that ever took the stand. Took your brother from, you never see him again. Make $1 million, cast a fucking plan. Thanks for the super chat, we can run it again.
Straight day, excavators searched the Humboldt County property of a self-proclaimed no-kill rescue.
You cannot put into really words of what exactly it smells like. The closest thing I can think is a pile of dead deer.
The Humboldt County Sheriff's Office, FBI, and several state agencies are involved in Thursday's excavation. Authorities say dozens of dogs have already been dug up, many with microchips. It follows our reporting on a search warrant affidavit alleging the rescue accepted dogs and money from shelters across California under the promise they would be cared for and rehomed. Instead, investigators believe dogs were killed to make room for more. Berkeley and Oakland were among the Bay Area shelters that sent hundreds of dogs there before cutting ties. The investigation began after a neighbor uncovered a burial pit containing 8 dogs with apparent gunshot wounds.
I hope that it will be the beginning of a change where the animals will be removed from him and placed into legitimate rescues where they actually find loving homes.
We are still not naming the rescue. More than 2 months later, no charges have been filed against the owner or any employees.
I wouldn't take the fact that it's been a little while and charges haven't been filed as any indication that they won't be filed.
Experts say prosecutors would have to prove exactly what happened.
Animal cruelty cases can be especially difficult to charge and prosecute because there are unique evidentiary challenges that come with animal cruelty cases, most notably the fact that the animals themselves can't testify.
And even the most shocking allegation in this case may not by itself prove animal cruelty.
To euthanize an animal in California by a bullet. So that alone is not animal cruelty.
Investigators say hundreds of dogs sent to the rescue are still unaccounted for.
God forbid hundreds of dogs are found buried. The owner is found responsible for that. He still might not face any animal cruelty charges.
Hey, you know, I know if that was me, I would be cooked. Hazel Eye Devil, appreciate you again, my brother. Get that APBT magazine on Amazon. Like my brother said, it rocks. I just did a video on the APBT magazine. I might drop it on this channel too. For some of y'all that just, popping in over here. But if you go to the Buck City Reloaded, I just dropped a video just kind of reviewing it a little bit, giving you a little bit of just a video table of contents, like kind of, so you could kind of see what's going on up in there. We've been working extra hard just trying to, get volume 6 out. I want to get volume 6 out next month. So we staying on pace, everything. I'm going to be reaching out, doing all of that. But get that magazine on Amazon ASAP. Get all 5 volumes. 1 through 5 is on there right now. Tap in. This ain't just a magazine. It's a movement. The American Pit Bull Terrier. Real dogs, real yards, real history. From legendary bloodlines to modern breeders, keeping the flame lit. Yard spotlights, breeding knowledge, controversy, culture. This is for the ones who walk it like they talk it. No fluff, no fakes, just dog man, dog woman, and dogs. Grab your issue now, support the culture. Because the legacy don't live online, it lives in print. Slaughtered dogs. Yeah. Where are all the people about edible abuse, right? Hey. Hey, man. Tears Gooch. Man, look. You know what I'm talking about. And I don't care. I just want to see some energy. That's all I'm saying. I just want to see some energy. They was crying and shit in court and shit with me. And you know what I'm saying? Man, come on, man. I can't do it. Lamont Grant, I can't fucking do it. I go fucking AWOL for the community, bruh. Come on, bruh. I'm not one of those tree huggers. I'm not a rat, right? Some of you still in the rats channel saluting shit. Yeah, he knew not to let me on that stream. Right? Right? Don't let me on that screen, because the only thing I'm asking is what's up with the snitching, bruh? That's all I got to say. I wouldn't give no fuck. I wouldn't give no fuck, bruh. You know what it is with me. You should already know the temperature. If you a real one, you already know what it is with me. Okay? You dig? I'm gonna start charging $50 just to talk to me. Motherfuckers think it's a game. My time is valuable. It's a tire kicking prevention. Tire kicker prevention, $50. And you could credit that shit if you fuck around and buy something from Kraken. You buy something, we'll credit that 50 to your purchase. That way don't even hit me up unless you're motherfucking serious, bro. You get mad at that, it's gonna be 100. I'm not playing. I understand the historical value. We just living in the present right now. But this shit's gonna be history, man. APBT magazine, history. You busters that doubt it, we see you. You never had our best interests. Just a bunch of bad fucking memories, bro, and bad times. But the real ones, they make it all worth it. They make it all worth it to stay in, keep dodging them punches, keep landing. It's not the same energy. Nobody gives a fuck about this. No ladies are crying. I look back, I seen the ladies crying. I said, you got to be shitting me. It's a hoax. How do we muster this up? How do we get back on the winning end? That's why we get treated like this. I hope you know that. Because we don't do shit to fight back. We don't build a wall. When I got cracked, didn't nobody know shit. Motherfuckers didn't know shit. We was learning off the fly. The best way to fight these type of cases and shit. Making mistakes. Blowing money fast. Dragging it on and on and on and on and on. Dragging it on until it's just like, man, you know what? This is starting to really affect your life. Right? Dudes blowing through your reserve like a motherfucking breathalyzer. You know? Not valuing what you built. The game gods are gonna get you. I'm just saying, bruh. I'm just saying. 601, what up, brother? You know how we do. You know how we do. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I just don't see the same energy. So I gotta, roll back through my time. I show my D's on my report card. I show you the D's. I show you the D's. Nobody's perfect, bro. Nobody's gonna have a perfect run with these dogs, bro. You're gonna have your ups and downs. You're gonna have your learning experiences. And the real ones get over it, man. No matter what it is. The real one, a real one. Even these dogs. You know a real one that's gonna be there when it counts. Not gonna fold no matter what. Not gonna make excuses no matter what. This is the road we gotta go down. This it. That's it. I knew when they tried to crack me with 59 felonies. I made a little short video because they put a gag order on me. But I made a little short video because I was just going to document the shit the whole time. I was documenting a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But, I just lost interest, bro. I saw what was going on in the community and I was fucking disgusted. It's like all that hard work just in vain. There've been a few times, even on this platform, it's like, man, why would I do live streams and shit, my wake and bakes, and why the fuck would I want to consume my wake and bake with this snitch ass, not loyal ass shit, bro? Why would I even want to be synonymous with some shit like that? Being a real one, come from the real soil. Wasn't supposed to be here just like everybody else, bro. I walked them shoes, man. I walked those laps. To on the verge of something great, and that's not what we're gonna stop. It ain't time to stop. It ain't time to tuck my motherfucking tail. It's time to get on that ass and turn up that second fucking wind. You got them trash ass dogs that you've been making excuses for. You ain't never gonna make it to the plateau that you wanna reach. Anyway, enough about this. What's up, my brothers? We know ain't shit gonna change with this. We know it. He said some of them animal rescue centers become scams with the big donations are involved. Yes. I know it. Because you get them donations and shit, you don't realize that you just got over your head. So you had to pop the dogs. That's what happened. That's a legitimate answer what happened. And that's totally probably what they're looking at it as, But they won't see you with 100 dogs or 50 dogs that you struggling trying to keep alive. They don't even find no dead dogs. You struggling to keep dogs alive. Even if they do find dead dogs die all the time, bro. Dogs die all the time. You get a dog, he could be perfectly fine, living with heartworms forever. Buy that dog, get him to your yard. You get to treating him and all this stuff, and the dog dies. Okay? So it happens. But they don't give you the same benefit of the doubt. That's the birth of the APBT magazine. That's the birth of this shit. If it was fair across the board, we just love these dogs for the history, that should be good enough, unless you get caught fighting them. Unless you get caught and they get in your phone some kind of way and they see you doing that. That's the only time I think somebody should get hit with dog fighting, bro. Not because you came on your dog because the neighbors was complaining and you got a few dogs with some scars on it, so they're gonna hit you and say you're involved with dog fighting and all this and you turn it into a circus. That's what gets the judge to charge you. That's why they're going after these cases, because they're easy to charge, easy to prosecute. It's a no-brainer. Say he's involved with dog fighting. He's got 27 dogs on his yard. Out of 27 dogs, you're bound to find some of them with some scars. We all know this. We all know this. You could have bought a dog with scars, and the dude, you say, hey man, send me a picture of the dog. I just want to make sure he ain't got no scars. He send you a picture, the dog, you can't really see any visible scars from the picture, right? And then you get the dog's got some scars on it, and what do? You do the best to make sure the dog has his best essentials and everything like that. You do the right thing. Okay? You got a little broad you fucking with. You get in a domestic dispute, the police come to your house, they see 27 dogs out there on the fucking chain. They're calling animal control right away and giving animal control access to your yard right away because they're there on something else. But they got access to the dogs, and that's not their expertise, so they're gonna call the person that know about this shit. You know, that's their job, that's their profession, that's their branch, that's their field. That's their field. That's their department, right? So they're going to come on your yard and take all these pictures and, all of this stuff. And, and if they get a search warrant, they say, hey, Judge, we're here on the domestic thing. They came to the yard. They look at the dogs. And, some of them have scarring and they're on these big chains and, all of this. This is what they're telling the judge. We have reason to believe that he's involved with some type of fighting, right? That's how this works. That's the bait and switch. Then you go in there, boom. Okay, we'll let you charge them. Go ahead. We'll let you execute the search warrant. They won't charge you yet, but we'll give them enough to get the search warrant. Now they're in your house. We're looking for paperwork, all of this. We're looking for all of this. Then they see the paperwork. Bam. Try to look it up. All they want to do is find some Jeep, some Mayday. That's all they want to find, man. ADBA, bona fide. What motherfuckers want so bad. You want that shit so bad, okay? And they're gonna swear up and down that you're fighting them fucking dogs, homie. There ain't gonna be nothing you can do, Jack. There ain't gonna be shit you can do. There ain't gonna be shit these tree huggers will do. Walking all up in my courtroom. This one motherfucker, I was trying to leave up out of there, and he was trying to close off the path and shit. I looked at him in his eyes. He knew to get the fuck out of the way. I was gonna blend his motherfucking ass up right in front of everybody. You guys really would have been talking about Buck City, for real. You would have been like, Buck City is the coldest motherfucker alive to ever do this shit. Cause I was gonna fuck him up. Don't let this court date get your motherfucking purple shirt ass beat. With your dirty handkerchief ass wearing ass, bitch. Blowing up the spot, bitch. Making my shit hot, you dumb bitch. The case would have been better without you motherfuckers coming to my shit, packing the motherfucking courtroom so nobody else could sit. Bitch. Hit the like button. Hit the fucking like for the algorithm. Throw a dog a bone. So this fight ain't never over. That's what I'm saying. That's why I want this magazine to get out everywhere. I want everybody. Share it with you. Don't hide it. Share it with your people. Show them how to get on. Go to Amazon, copy that link, Share it on Facebook. Share it on Instagram. Share it, share. Let's get this word out here so we can start getting some wins. You know, we want to interview some of these motherfuckers. Like, yeah, bitch, you came all the way down here. You done took time out of your motherfucking day to come your ass down here. But that guy touching them girls, you wasn't at his motherfucking court date, was you, bitch? What is it with people that put more energy into a motherfucking dog? We haven't even found out how to love each other. We haven't even found out how to get along with each other. Oh, I'm live. CosmoCon TV. We live. And you know what we want to know? We want to know one goddamn thing. We want to know one thing.
Third straight day, excavators searched the Humboldt County property of a self-proclaimed no-kill rescue.
You cannot put into really words of what exactly it smells like. The closest thing I can think is a pile of dead deer.
The Humboldt County Sheriff's Office, FBI, and several state agencies are involved in Thursday's excavation. Authorities say dozens of dogs have already been dug up, many with microchips. It follows our reporting on a search warrant affidavit alleging the rescue accepted dogs and money from shelters across California under the promise they would be cared for and rehomed. Instead, investigators believe dogs were killed to make room for more. Berkeley and Oakland were among the Bay Area shelters that sent hundreds of dogs there before cutting ties. The investigation began after a neighbor uncovered a burial pit containing 8 dogs with apparent gunshot wounds.
I hope that it will be the beginning of a change where the animals will be removed from him and
Man, that's baloney. That is baloney. That is baloney and cheese. Straight baloney. They didn't even have no evidence or no nothing. I wasn't charged with no crime, nothing. Like, why are you even here? Why are you even here? The type of energy. That why are you even here type of energy, bro. I can't make this shit up. I can't make it up. But for this, no energy at all. No energy at all.
placed into legitimate rescues where they actually find loving homes.
We are still not naming the rescue. More than 2 months later, no charges have been filed against the owner or any employees.
I wouldn't take the fact that it's been a little while and charges haven't been filed as any indication that they won't be filed.
Experts say prosecutors would have to prove exactly what happened.
Animal cruelty cases can be especially difficult to charge and prosecute because there are unique evidentiary challenges that come with animal cruelty cases, most notably the fact that the animals themselves can't testify.
And even the most shocking allegation in this case may not by itself prove animal cruelty.
To euthanize an animal in California by a bullet. So that alone is not animal cruelty.
Investigators say hundreds of dogs sent to the rescue are still unaccounted for.
God forbid hundreds of dogs are found buried. The owner is found responsible for that. He still might not face any animal cruelty charges.
Yeah. Well, we know what it is. You know, the writing's all over the wall. I don't know, man. But just hang in there, fellas. We might see the day where things are on a level playing field. Maybe. Right. It's worth it, though. You know, we should have the right to own these dogs and not have to worry about extra stipulations. And, now they're trying to get you for breeding. Dudes are going to jail for breeding the dog, breeding a healthy ass dog, being able to produce a healthy fucking puppy that has to travel somewhere to somebody's home, because a lot of these breeding, that's not local. We're not all in the same area. We're in all different parts of the world. Right? And they'll get you for fighting a dog or breeding for fighting. They scaled it all the way down. And it's an easy case. It's an easy case if they present it to the judge and the judge doesn't have enough information out here, doesn't know that there's a community out here. We're like a small little dot right now. We're not going to get rescued. Nobody can see the smoke signal. Right? It's like trying to see a lighter from an airplane. They got nonprofits for rescuing bullshit ass dogs. The same dog I saw a bully. There's the same dogs that bite people. All of these fucking mutts, overpopulation of mutts. The little dog parks with those little shit bags and shit. Shit bags everywhere from bullshit dogs. And it just encourages people to breed more bullshit dogs because they know that they'll end up in a shelter, or if I get this bullshit, I don't have to keep it. You dig? So that's what we do over here. We talk about real situations, real things that affect us as a whole. We pop it, we talk pedigrees, we do this and that, but we talk about real issues on this channel. We don't play when it comes to that. Right? And how this affects us. Right? Get that APBT magazine on Amazon. Support the movement. Okay? Yeah, these guys. Let me get this. It's still light out. Let me get it in with these guys for a minute. And hit the like button, share the video, share the message. We just want to know, where's that same energy? Where y'all at? Well, could we get some slack? Could we say that we were overwhelmed? Right? Yeah, well, hey, I bred some dogs. I just got too many of them. I just got a little bit overwhelmed. You know what I'm saying? That's, you just got a little bit overwhelmed. Could we get that pocket? Could we get that grace? Could we say, hey, man, I'm not fighting dogs. My phone doesn't have any of that in there. I don't, you didn't catch me red-handed. Could we get the same grace? That's how the law works. And right now, the law's not working for us. You can't just come to somebody's yard and just think just because he has dogs on a chain and it looks familiar from another yard that you caught on the same bullshit that goes on all across the country. Now you're trying to you come to my yard first, infiltrate, get everything, and then you try to abstract all the evidence. How does that work? How the hell does that work, bruh? Right?
Might say I will, but I really won't. Thoughts going back and forth, so I need to smoke. I believe I don't. Had too many fears, only two. It's the me, God, and leave my daughter here. Out looking, so I'm looking down at my life. Sorta like a guardian angel of Jesus Christ. I called my dad last night, I needed advice. Had a convo about when your feelings ain't right or ain't feeling right. Can't let my life go downtown like pipe. Let there be light. Gotta pedal through life like I'm on a bike. Mama never raised no punk, so I gotta fight. Yeah, I'm trying to build my dynasty. Soon I can leave Rihanna with my legacy. Like I'm on the court and the whole crowd's looking. I never been a quitter, so I'ma keep pushing.
Uh-oh, I'ma keep doing me. I gotta do what's best for me. Uh-oh, I'ma keep being strong. I gotta make it out, I've been waiting too long. Uh-oh, I'ma keep doing me. I gotta do what's best for me. Uh-oh, I'ma be strong. I gotta make it out, I've been waiting too long.
Long awaited, but I grind for it. I'm trying to get my planets and put them in orbit. I'm on some new shit, out with the old. I need the platinum, but I will settle for gold. I'm trying to feed my life up. Million nigga, but haters still try to knock 'em. I need money all the time. Get down for the cake and a nick of a dime. Nickels in them dimes, adding up to dollars. Whip older than me, 6'4" Impala. This can happen and that can too. Remember, make the money and don't let it make you. And life changes like mood swings. With that said, I'm open my eyes to new things. I'ma keep doing me, do you pimpin'? I'ma keep doing bad cause it's so tempting.
Uh-oh, I'ma keep doing me. I gotta do what's best for me. Uh-oh, I'ma keep being strong. I gotta make it out, I've been waiting too long. Uh-oh, I'ma keep doing me. I gotta do what's best for me. Uh-oh, I'ma be strong. I gotta make it out, I've been waiting too long.
Fuck. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, yo, hey, yo, hey, yo. Hey, yo, the Glock in the can of the goose. One shot, knock the fuck nigga head loose. We the truth. Teach you down every week in Roost. Your neighborhood drug lords, Patrick Moss. Meet you with the 7 while I clap the force. Started with an 8 ball and graduated. Shootouts and dimes and shots, no exaggeration. I should've put a trash bag over the stick. I should've put a trash bag over the stick. Hey yo, whip the coke like a maniac. Fake Mr. Max on the Yankee hat. Supreme War report shit out to CNN. Seeing is believing, you was sleeping in. I was becoming a legend by the second. I'm like Jesus, don't ever second guess me. You tryna front like the trunk in the front. Immortals eating fillets all month. I'm gorgeous while my waves all spun. Your pockets like a raisin in the sun. Mine's like crap